Hi students, welcome back to another economics video, and today we are going to start the new chapter from Indian economic development. So as you know, in 12th class economics is divided into two parts. Part A, that is introductory macroeconomics, and part B, that is Indian economic development. Okay, so what is the meaning of Indian economic development, or for what purpose we are learning this Indian economic development? So basically we are living in India and we have to know how India is developed, or what are the experiences faced by Indian economy in its development. Okay, so that we are going to discuss in detail through this paper, that is Indian economic development. So in board examination you can expect 40 mark question from this part, that is Indian economic development. So for the easy purpose we are going to divide this paper, that means Indian economic development, into 4 parts. That is part first, second, third and fourth. In part first we will discuss the condition of Indian economy during the period 1947 to 1991. What was the condition of Indian economy during the period 1947 to 1991? You know the speciality of 1947. In 1947 we got independence from foreigners. Okay, at the same time in 1991 government shifted their development strategy from one to another. That is, in 1991 government introduced liberalization, privatization and globalization. Okay, then next one we will discuss the condition of Indian economy after 1991. After 1991 means from 1991 to current year. Okay, so what was the condition of Indian economy, or what is the condition of Indian economy from 1991 to present year? Okay, next one, that is third part, it is challenges faced by Indian economy. So in these two parts we are discussing development experience of Indian economy in different years, and whereas in third part we will discuss some challenges faced by Indian economy. What are the challenges? Different challenges are facing by Indian economy. First one, it is poverty, because as per the estimate 50% of world poor people are residing in India. So it is one of the greatest challenges faced by Indian economy. Okay, then second one, that is employment and unemployment. Presently Indian economy is facing high rate of unemployment. Okay, so that is another challenge. Next one, human capital formation. Next one, rural development. Next one, infrastructure. And the third one, that is environment and sustainable development. So these are the challenges faced by Indian economy, so that also we will discuss in detail. And the last part, that is comparative analysis of Indian economy with its neighbors. That means we will explain, or we will discuss Indian economy or development experience of Indian economy with its neighbors. For example, that is with Pakistan and China and Sri Lanka. So we will discuss the development experience of India with Pakistan, development experience of India with China, development experience of India with Sri Lanka. Okay, so these are the structure of Indian economic development. Then you can expect 40 mark question in board examination, and out of 40 mark question 12 marks will come from these two parts, that is Indian economy from 1947 to 1991 and Indian economy after 1991. That means you can expect 12 marks. Okay, next one, third part, that is challenges faced by Indian economy. There are a lot of challenges are there. From all these parts you can expect 22 marks. You can expect 22 marks in board examination. And the last one, that is comparative analysis of Indian economy with its neighbors. There you can expect 6 mark question. And the problem is that this is purely theory paper, not like macroeconomics. Macroeconomics is a mixture of theory and numerical, but here it is related with theory, purely theory based paper. At the same time it is related with the history also, because from 1947 to 1991 we are discussing history of, or economic history of India. Okay, so in this case you can expect, or from Indian economic development you can expect more tricky question in board examination. Okay, so here you have to keep in mind three things. If you want to score more than 95% in board examination, you have to keep in mind three things. First one, you should have an updated NCERT textbook. That means latest edition. Second one, that means you should have a note which is prepared by yourself. Self-prepared note. Because most of the question in Indian economy will be an analysis type question. That means write your own views related to a particular topic. So if you prepare note yourself, then it will be very easy for attending that type of question. So you have to prepare note yourself in your own language, in your own way of expression. Okay, third one, that means you should have habit of newspaper reading. Then if you read newspaper, then only you will get the current situation, because here we are discussing Indian economy after 1991. After 1991 means 1991 to present year. Now Indian economy is facing COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, so as a result of this one, we are facing a recession or economic recession, or we are going to face an economic depression. So how this COVID-19 affect our economy? For understanding this one, you will not get this data from textbook, you will get only from newspaper. So you should have a habit of newspaper reading, then only you can contribute your own points while writing answers. Okay, three things you should have. First one, an updated or latest edition of NCERT textbook. Second one, a note which is prepared by yourself. And the third one, you should have the habit of newspaper reading. If these three things you have, then no problem, you can get high score in board examination. Yes, so we can discuss the first chapter from Indian economic development. So the lesson name is Indian economy on the eve of independence. Indian economy on the eve of independence means what was the condition of Indian economy during the time of independence, or 1947. So in this chapter we will analyze what was the condition of Indian economy during colonial period. That means under British rule. Okay, for that purpose, we know that actually Britishers came to India for what purpose? For trade purpose. Because India was rich with natural resources. So after the Industrial Revolution, Britain faced a shortage of raw material, and there were such raw material across the world. So they found that India is very rich with its raw material or natural resources, so it attracted them and they came to India for trade purpose, that means only for raw material. So after analyzing the condition or political condition of Indian economy, they understood that it is very easy to capture Indian economy or India, because India at that time is split into different provinces or different small regions. Okay, so the British Empire lied with the Battle of Plassey in the year 1757. So 1757 Battle of Plassey is the foundation of British Empire in India. Okay, so after that, more than 200 years they ruled Indian economy, and this British rule we can divide into two parts. One is company rule and the second one it is British Raj. So from 1757 to 1858, this period of colonial rule is known as company rule, because during this period India was controlled by British East India Company. And in 1857, you may study, that means there happened a revolt started in Meerut. It spread all over India. So that revolt is also known as First War of Independence. So after this one, what happened? The administration of India or Indian or colony is transferred from British East India Company to British Queen. Okay, from 1858 to 1947, India was controlled by British Queen. Okay, so that is the period of colonial rule in India. Now we are going to discuss, or we are going to divide this chapter, that is Indian economy on the eve of independence, into different heads, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So mainly 6 topics we are discussing in this chapter. So first topic, that is what was the condition of economic development under colonial rule. So basically economic development can be measured by analyzing GDP as well as per capita income. You know GDP in macroeconomics is studied. GDP is the money value of all final goods and services produced in a country during an year. And per capita income, that also is studied in 10th class. Per capita income means income per person, or per capita income is equal to national income divided by number of population. So this GDP and per capita income will show development of a country. So based on GDP and per capita income, we can divide countries into 4 types. First one, that is developed economy. Second one, that is developing economy. And the third one, it is underdeveloped economy. And the fourth one, that is stagnant economy. Stagnant economy. First one developed economy, second one developing, third one underdeveloped, and fourth one stagnant economy. Developed economy, if the per capita income as well as GDP is growing at higher rate. For example, in 2001, in 2019, the GDP growth of a country is 20%. In 2020, it became 30%. The growth rate is very high. So that type of country is treated as developed economy. So if the GDP growth as well as per capita income growth rate is high, then that country will be treated as developed economy. Then developing and underdeveloped economy, if in that country also GDP growth is rising, but it is not that much high rate. So that country is treated as developing or underdeveloped economy. Next one, stagnant economy. What is the meaning of stagnant economy? In stagnant economy, the GDP growth rate is very low or it is not changing. It is constant. That particular country is treated as stagnant economy. So we will discuss what was the condition of Indian economy under colonial rule, whether India was a developed economy or whether India was a underdeveloped economy, whether India was a stagnant economy. That we will discuss under first topic. Second one, that is we will discuss the condition of agricultural sector during colonial rule. Third one, it is condition of industrial sector during colonial rule. Fourth one, it is condition of foreign trade during colonial rule. Foreign trade, that means related with the import and export of goods and services. Okay, fourth one and next one, it is condition of demographic pattern or condition of demography of Indian economy. Demography is related with the population. So in demography we will discuss about what was the condition of literacy rate, or what was the condition of infant mortality rate, crude death rate, birth rate, etc. So these are the topic related with the demography. That also we will discuss. And last one, that is, sorry, not last one, next one, it is infrastructure, condition of infrastructure. And last one we will discuss about positive effect of British rule. In all these points, we will discuss negative impact of British rule, because they didn't do anything for the development of our economy. Okay, so but through their activity we got some positive impact. So that we will discuss at the last of this chapter. Okay, so this chapter is divided into different categories. First one, economic development under colonial rule. Second one, agricultural sector. Third one, industrial sector. Fourth one, foreign trade. Fifth one, demographic condition. Next one, infrastructure. And last one, positive effect of British rule. Now we can discuss the first topic, that is condition of economic development under colonial rule. Okay, in simple word we can characterize or we can explain the condition of economic development during colonial rule as it was low. That means it was low economic development under colonial rule. So before the advent of British rule, India was, or Indian economy was a prosperous economy. That means Indian economy is an independent economy as well as self-reliant economy. It did not depend on other countries. Whatever we want, it was produced in our own country itself. Second one, that is Indian economy was an agrarian economy. Majority of the people were related with the agricultural sector. So output or agricultural output was very high. So if agricultural output is very high, what happens to the standard of living? It will be good because there is no chance for famine. Next one, Indian economy or Indian handicraft was well known in international market. At the same time, the demand for Indian handicraft product was very high. Okay, so these were the features of Indian economy before the coming of Britishers in India. That was, India was a prosperous economy, India was an agrarian economy, and India had a well-known handicraft industries. But after the coming of Britishers, the entire thing collapsed. That means Britishers changed Indian economy as a supplier of raw material for feeding their industries and a consumer of their finished goods which is produced in their industries. So they changed India as a supplier of raw material for their industries. And the second one, that is they changed India as a consumer of finished product which is produced in their industries. In simply, they changed Indian economy or India as a feeder of the development of British economy or Britain economy. Okay, they changed Indian economy or India as a feeder for the development of their economy. Okay, so if we analyze the condition of Indian economic development during colonial period, we need the data of national income as well as per capita income. If we get per capita income or national income, then only we can say that whether Indian economy was developed or underdeveloped or stagnant or developing economy under colonial rule. But unfortunately, Britishers, they didn't make any attempt for measuring national income as well as per capita income of India during their rule. But some individual, they made some attempt to measure our national income as well as per capita income. They were first one Dadabhai Naoroji, second one William Digby, third one Finlay Shiraz, fourth one V.K.R.V. Rao, and fifth one R.C. Desai. So these economists, they individually try to estimate national income as well as per capita income of Indian economy under colonial rule. Out of these estimates, V.K.R.V. Rao estimate is more important. So most of their estimate shows that India's GDP growth rate was only 2% under colonial rule. India's GDP growth rate was only 2%. At the same time, per capita income growth rate, PCI growth rate, it was only 0.5%. That shows our economic condition was so pathetic that in simply we can say that Indian economy was a stagnant economy under colonial rule. The main reason is that they changed our economy as a feeder economy for the development of their economy. Their main intention was, or Britishers' main intention was not the development of our economy. So they did not. They didn't do anything for the development of our economy. As a result, what happened to our GDP as well as per capita income? It became very low. Okay, so in simple word, we can conclude for this part, that is, under colonial rule, Indian economic development was so pathetic, or Indian economy was a stagnant economy. Okay, so that's all about Indian economic development under colonial rule. Next topic, that is condition of agricultural sector under colonial rule. So that we can discuss in our next video. Okay, so before that you have to read your NCERT textbook thoroughly. Okay, and try to prepare note yourself. Okay, thank you.